Definitely not riding weather today. G'day YouTubers, I'm Mohr and welcome to my channel. Well, today I'm going to be installing crash bars on the Kawasaki Versys X300. So yeah, let's check out the gear. So I decided to go with the SW-Motech crash bars for the Kawasaki Versys X300, and this is the kit in front of me. So what we've got here is where we've got two crash bars, left and right, one big bolt, two medium-sized bolts and two small bolts, and three nuts, and we've got two long spaces and two short spaces plus three washers, and most importantly, instructions. And they also sent me a bonus catalogue here of all the accessories that they do for the Kawasaki Versys X300, which is actually great because I believe their products are quite good and well designed as well built. Okay, let's check out the tools required to do the job. Okay, tools required: torque wrench and a little hammer, maybe if I might need that to tap the main bolt out, thread lock, a socket set, and we're using a 16mm and a 10mm, and then three sets of Allen keys. We need a 5, 6 and an 8 Allen key. Okay, let's revert to the instructions. Okay, got the instructions in front of me. I would recommend reading it, making sure that you've got all the bits and pieces to complete the job, and also familiarize yourself with areas of where it's going to mount. And one of the mounting points is just in there, and the other one is just in there. Now I'll go and grab a torch so it can actually show exactly. It's actually a mounting point there. Come on, torch. Okay, so yeah, just in there, that's already pre-existing on the bike, and that's where the medium-sized bolts will screw into. Okay, let's start installing the clutch side first, which is what the instructions state. Okay, I'm over on the brake side of the motorcycle, and the first thing that we need to do is loosen this nut there, which is your engine mount, and yeah, we need to loosen that, and you will require a 14mm socket for this one. So yeah, let's start on that first. So once you've loosened the nut, just take it off, and the actual bolt, with a bit of luck, should just push through, which it does, so you won't require a hammer to tap that out. Okay, let's go to the other side and install the clutch side crash bars. Okay, in front of me I've got the clutch side bits and pieces required to install the crash bars. Yeah, you just need to take note of which side the actual crash bar goes on. I've got all my bolts, washers and spacers all lined up in order so I don't stuff up. Basically, the only tool you require on this side at the moment is the Allen key, and I think that is the 6mm Allen key, and a bit of thread lock. Now the thread lock's only going to be applied to the top one, and yeah, so let's go. Okay, so I've got everything ready to mount towards the bike, or mount onto the bike. That's the top part of the crash bar, and that is the bottom one with the engine bolt that we need to put in. So we need to line that one up first, and once we've got that lined up, we need to thread it through and then line the top one up as well. And this is the complicated part. Okay, so the top one is now right, bottom one is now right. So we need to push that through a bit more. And now we need to line the top one up, which can be a little bit awkward. And once we've got that, we just want to start screwing that in. So you just want to tighten the top one up, just probably when it starts to grip, and then we'll tighten it according to the torque specifications. So yes, now that's all in place. So now we have to go to the other side and install the brake side crash bar. Okay, to the brake side of the motorcycle, let's install the crash bars on this side now. And basically it's a very similar process to the other side, except there is no engine bolt, just the nut to attach. Okay, so first things first, we've got the medium size one, and we need to put the washer onto that, and we need to thread it through the top here. Okay, so that's the top one done, and then we're going to have the medium size or the smaller size spacer, which goes in here. Okay, and that is now ready. That is now ready to be mounted to the motorcycle, and we're just going to put a bit of thread lock on the top one. Okay, let me show you the actual mounting points on the brake side. One of them is that little hole over there. That's already been made. That's for your top of the crash bars. And down here is the engine bolt, and I've already placed the spacer on there, which is the larger spacer from the two. Okay, let's put the crash bars on. So that's that one there done. And I've just put the nut over the top here, which we're going to have to tighten up as well. So the next thing we have to do is make sure that's all lined up down the bottom here, because there's two more nuts and bolts to go in here as well. Okay, and they look like they are lined up, but we'll put the nuts and bolts through those now. Okay, to the front of the bike, I'll show you whereabouts. This is the exhaust coming out of the engine. Bash plate's just down over there. And that's where I need to put those two screws through to hold them together, and they're perfectly lined up. So yeah, that's the next thing that we need to do now. So I've just got the two bolts in place. I just need to tighten them up now and put a bit of Loctite on them, which I already have. Yeah, just tighten those up. And the good thing about this is the actual nut on the other side goes in a little groove area, so it actually holds onto the actual nut, and it's just a matter of bolting it down. Okay, so I'll do that now, and that will mean that all we have to do now is torque all the nuts and bolts that are remaining, which are only 3 more to go. Okay, let's go. Let's get this job over and done with. Okay, I'll just tighten up this one as much as I can. And the specification is OEM, but that is about as far as I'm going to go with that. And yeah, we'll go to the other side, do the same, and then just concentrate in getting the engine bolt and nut set to 40 Newton meters of torque. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, on the brake side, yeah, just got to tighten this one up as well. Now to get some leverage in that, it's a little bit awkward. So if you just use a bit of piping, you can actually tighten it up even more. There you go. So I'll just do one more and see how it looks, how it feels. Yeah, that's about as tight as I can get that. Okay, so now it's just the nut for the engine bolt. Okay. So what we're going to do is just put a bit of Loctite on that bolt. Put the nut on it. And torque that up to 40 Newton meters. So I'm just going to use a normal one first, tighten it up as much as I can. And then get the torque wrench out. Okay. Okay, job complete. Nice and sturdy. I think that's exactly what I wanted. Just something to protect the side plastics. Definitely will do that. Okay, let's look at it from the front. Yeah, looking pretty good. They protrude out a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with the way it is. I could actually mount lights off that, or even just maybe throw a couple of small little bags on the side of it. Yeah, I'm very happy with them. Nice and sturdy, and quality build as well. The weld marks are absolutely beautiful. They're nicely done, and a nice little touch with the SW-Motech logo on the side there. So yeah, very happy with them. Well, YouTubers, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. Looking forward to 8 weeks time, hitting the road with Dyna Madness and a few other guys, doing a 2-week adventure ride out towards the desert. So yeah, and I'll be taking the Kawasaki Versys X300. Anyway, take care. We'll see you all later.